O mga traders, gusto ba nyo maging mas successful sa mga trades nyo? Kasi hindi lang dapat technical analysis ang ginagawa nyo, kailangan din gumagawa kayo ng fundamental analysis. At ang pinaka-importanting mga macroeconomic news na tinitingnan natin sa fundamental analysis ay pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Ito ang tinatawag nating the Big Three. At ano ba itong Big Three na to? Ito ang employment data, inflation data, at saka ang interest rate. At ang market na tinitingnan natin ay ang US market kasi US market is the biggest market at yan ang magmumove talaga ng mga financial markets sa buong mundo. Pero bago natin pag-usapan tong big three natin, babanggitin ko lang the way you read these macroeconomic news. Importante kasi na malaman mo na meron talagang market expectation kung ano yung magiging announcement. Tapos, titignan natin based on the expectation kung ang actual data is going to be as expected, higher than expected, o kaya lower than expected. At based on that, malalaman mo na how you should trade the market. So the first of the big three, pag-uusapan natin yung employment data at ito yung non-farm payroll o kaya NFP. Now, the non-farm payroll is a report that comes out every first Friday of the month. At dito nakikita natin yung employment data kung gumaganda ba yung employment, tumataas ba siya, dumadami ba ang mga trabaho, gaano kataas ang unemployment natin at kung tumataas ba yung mga sahod, yung mga sweldo ng mga tao. Now, kung yung market natin ay higher than expected o kaya yung data natin is higher than expected, that's actually a good time to be able to place a long position or a buy position on the US dollar. Ngayon kung sa stocks ka naman, this is also a short-term bullish sign. At dito magandang mag-place ng long position sa mga stocks o sa mga indices. Pero short-term kasi on the long term, pwede ding mag-bearish to dahil pag maganda sobra ang market natin at it is above the expectation, it could signal an increase in the interest rate which could lower the value of the stocks or the price of the stocks or indices. Kaya kailangan natin ingatan to. Ngayon, if you're trading gold naman, this is a bullish signal as well and you can trade long on gold as well. Ngayon, paano naman kung mahina yung ating jobs report? At ito yung nangyari in the recent jobs report that came out na ine-expect ng market, we were going to have about 75,000 jobs. At ang nangyari is it went way below the expectation at 22,000 jobs. At dahil dito, nag-react yung market because this could actually signal a recession. So normally when it's a weak job market, it's actually weak also for the US dollar. Kaya this is a good chance to be able to place a sell position o kaya a short position on the US dollar. Ngayon for stocks naman, this is also relatively bearish kasi nga may potential na magiging recession to. So it's also good to place a short position or a sell position sa stocks mo or sa indices. But remember that if it is bearish, the Fed could lower the interest rate. And if the interest rate goes down, ibig sabihin naman nun, that's good or that's bullish for the stock market. Pero dahil sobrang baba nung report kumpara sa expectation, mas safe to make a short or a sell position compared to having a long position. Ngayon for gold naman, this is actually bullish for gold. And it means you should put a buy position or a long position on gold. Sunod naman, yung consumer price index natin. Itong consumer price index actually looks at the inflation rate. Remember, it's based on expectation, kung mas mataas sa expectation o kaya kung mas mababa o kaya it's right on the expectation. When it's higher than what is expected, ibig sabihin mainit ang ekonomiya, magandang ekonomiya, pero baka sobrang init niya. For Forex, a high inflation is actually good for the US dollar. And that means you should place a long position o kaya a buy position on the US dollar. For stocks naman, dapat ang position mo dito is a sell position or a short position on stocks. For gold naman, a high CPI is very bullish for gold. So place a long position on gold or a buy position dahil gold is a great hedge against inflation. Ngayon, the opposite naman, if it is lower than expected for the CPI. Ngayon, if it's as expected, usually ang pwede mangyari dito is that the market already has priced in this news. So ito yung tinatawag nating buy the news, sell the event. Kaya pag expected yung presyo o kaya yung CPI, sa sinasabi ng market kung yung data niya pareho doon sa expectation, mag-ingat ka dito dahil dito talaga medyo mataas ang volatility at pwede kang matalo dito. And last but not least, yung ating interest rate. Ito yung FOMC. Yung FOMC happens 8 times in the year. And this is where the Fed actually decides to either increase the interest rate or lower the interest rate. Ngayon, if the interest rate is higher than what is expected, that is good for Forex. Ibig sabihin nun, tataas ang value ng US dollar. So you should place a buy position or a long position on the US dollar. Pero for stocks, pag tumataas ang interest rate, this is bearish for stocks. And a short position or a sell position is actually a good idea pagdating sa stocks. Ngayon, for gold naman, pag mataas ang interest rate, this is bearish for gold and you should place a short or a sell position on gold. And the opposite naman when it's less than what is expected. But if the interest rate is as expected, again, like I said earlier, importante that you're able to stay away from the event itself. Ibig sabihin, huwag ka magte-trade pag na-announce na to. Kailangan tine-trade mo yan before or after. Kasi nga, usually, na-price in na itong mga ganitong klaseng mga balita way ahead of the actual event. So, that's what we call buy the news, sell the event. So, you have to wait till after to see where it's going at kailangan talaga pag-aralan mo to. Especially when it's as expected. You have to be very careful para hindi ka maipit sa volatility. And those are your big 3 macroeconomic news na kailangan malaman para sa mga nag-a-analyze on a fundamental basis. And make sure to please pair that with your technical analysis to be able to make any trades. And like any trades, importante talaga na mag-ingat kayo dahil sa volatility, pwede kang kumita na malaki, pwede ka rin matalo na malaki. Most of these macroeconomic news is actually available on your trading platform. On my trading platform, pag tinignan mo to dito sa Xness, andi dito yung economic calendar at gagawin mo lang, i-click mo lang na ma-open yung economic calendar at makikita mo siya dito, lalabas yung mga news and you can actually pick from the high impact news, medium impact, and low impact news. Yung binanggit ko sa inyo are the 3 high impact news. Kaya yun lang ang gusto natin makita for now and you can add the others if you want. And from there, maaalala mo at ipapaalala sa'yo kung kailan lalabas itong mga balitang to para alam mo kung paano mo siya itatrade. Ngayon sa app naman, andi dito din siya under Insights at dito makikita mo kung ano yung mga gusto mong balita na lalabas sa iyong app. So I hope nakatulong tong video na to para maayos pa yung trade nyo at lalo pa kayo maging mas profitable. Kayo, ano tingin nyo? Agree ba kayo or disagree doon sa mga tatlong binanggit ko? At ano ba yung mga ginagamit yung ibang balita or ibang macroeconomic news para sa inyong fundamental analysis? Isulat lang nyo lahat yan dito sa comment section sa ibaba. At pag nagugustuhan mo yung mga ganitong klaseng video, please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and please make sure to click on that notification bell so you're notified of my latest videos. Salamat sa inyo lahat. Ito si Chris Tan. Magkita tayo mula sa aking susunod na video and happy trading for all.